Avengers Secret Wars Part 1 and Part 2. It's still possible, and the people that originally wanted it is the Russo brothers. They went to Disney and Marvel and asked to split Secret Wars into 2 parts because they can't condense a story into 3 hours. Disney and Marvel said no. But it might still happen. So this is not the first time we are hearing about a potential Avengers Secret Wars Part 1 and Part 2. As I stated previously, there was substantial evidence that they were doing something like this, and there still is. Because the year after Secret Wars, literally like a year after, we still got a December date that Marvel Studios dropped on there for what they're calling a, big Marvel Studios epic film. So Part 1 and Part 2 could still happen. We don't know. There's also the rumors that the title for Doomsday could be fake and that Doomsday is instead taking Secret Wars' place and Secret Wars is getting bumped back a year. Whatever the case is, we now have news that there was initial talks about Secret Wars doing Part 1 and Part 2, which again goes back to Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2 before they split the titles. Well, according to brand new reports, yes, Marvel Studios did hear the Russo brothers ask for it. They wanted 2 3-hour films. But Marvel Studios put their foot down and said, no, 1 film. Secret Wars has to be 1 film, allegedly with a max runtime of 3.5 hours and not a minute more. They have to condense it all in there. Now, in my opinion, this is a dumb move. And by that I mean putting a restriction on them. If they need and want 6 to 7 hours between 2 films, because you're doing literally everything ever from Marvel being in this film, they should get to do it. Like, don't restrict them. It's just the fact that the longer they have, the better story that they can tell. We know this. It already happened with Infinity War and Endgame. Because Age of Ultron, they restricted it and forced Joss to remove 30 minutes, which would have made the film stronger. We also know that they shot entire sequences for Infinity War that showed us the decimation of Xandar, an entire recap of what happened, with Luis doing it. They even talked about it, and they never wanted to include any of this or release it because no director's cuts. Just let them do a 2-parter if they want to. You guys would only make more money, Hell, I got an even interesting one. Here's an even more interesting one. Don't advertise it as Part 1 and Part 2. Do what they did with the Spider-Verse film. Literally just call it Avengers Secret Wars. When everybody sits down and watches it, it ends on a cliffhanger. And the title is Avengers Secret Wars Part 2, next Christmas. That's it. Just do that. And then you officially revealed what that film is in 2028. Just blow people's mind, just like Spider-Verse. But this time, unlike Spider-Verse, you've actually completed shooting the film and are in post-production, where Spider-Verse, they were like, well, we have an idea and a drawing of what the sequel will be, but yeah, whatever. Okay, to be fair, they had more, but they kind of scrapped all of it. So yeah, look, if the Russos want to do a 2-parter, you already have a perfect date a year after. Let them do it. And don't even announce it. Honestly, just do it that way. Don't announce it. Just drop it as the end of the film. People would explode. And then you got an entire year of a marketing cycle with 2 to 3 films between it that could possibly be set in Battle World or post-Secret Wars. I don't know. Who knows? You figure it out, right? You figure it out. Or maybe that's where you drop Blade and Armor Wars in between to develop those characters before they're in Part 2. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer it exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.